Hello and welcome to ACS Golf and this week's video. So a bit different this week, we're not doing a review, but what I am doing is I'm showing you guys my alternative bag. Now you guys have watched what's in my bag a few times. Obviously did one end of last year to show you what I was playing over winter, and beginning of this year, which I'm playing currently at the moment. But obviously with all the testing that I do for the channel, with all the clubs I pick up on the second-hand market, all brand new, etc. So I'm showing you today really sort of my alternative bag. So these are clubs where I'm still doing reviews for you guys, or I just happen to do them, and the idea that they're nearly potentially going to go in my bag. So they might do, they might not. And basically this is a bag that I could technically take out on the course, and I'll explain the reason why I would be very happy to take these out on the course, and if some of these clubs might potentially get into my bag. So without any further ado, let's start from the bottom going up. So the bottom is this actually. So obviously at the moment I have the Burton Hardy in the bag. I've had Scotty Camerons before, but I've never really tested Odyssey, and I picked this up, Odyssey Red Bull. Now what I really like the idea of this is, if you can see that I've been testing it because it's got a ball mark on it, I haven't cleaned off yet. What I really like about this is obviously gives me a chance to try the white insert, but it also gives me the idea to see if this works. So you see there, that ball there. Well, the idea is if you can see the ball perfectly, the club is set up properly. So I'm really intrigued to see if this will help my putting, help my directions, etc. So at the moment, I'm doing a review. So obviously in the next couple of weeks or so, this will come out. So it's just a great idea, and I really like that idea. Obviously you have to see more putters as well. So this at the moment is sort of like in and out of the bag being tested. Now, if it performs really well, you might see it in the bag. So there you go. So that's the bottom of my alternative bag. Now, moving on to the wedges. These are actually my normal TaylorMade ones. I've done a review on these. These are actually in the bag. I forgot the name of them now, but the TaylorMade ones. So really great, love them, but they're not coming out anytime soon. These are the clubs in my bag. I haven't actually got any other wedges to test. I'd like to test a few others like the Equalizer, and also I'd like to test the Kirkland ones as well actually. So keep your eye out on that. But at the moment, no wedges to test, so that's what's in my bag. Now, moving on, let's take out the 7 iron actually and the 9. So this is what would be in my alternative bag, the T200 irons from 2019 Titleist. Now, with these, you'll notice the difference. So when you get down to the 8 iron, you lose this weight here. So there you go. So this is from 7 all the way up to 4. And then this is from basically 8 all the way down to pitch and wedge. And basically my gap wedge would be the Titleist T200s as well. So I'd actually take out my TaylorMade one. Now, the reason I'm testing these is, number one, I wanted that sort of more sleek design for myself. There you go, as you can see. More sleek design, because at the moment, I've got the JPX in the bag. Just done a review on that, so do check the channel out for that. And I love them, but they are a little bit chunky. And the idea is I used to play with MP20 MMC. So the idea was to find something that also had the sort of distance as the JPX is, but a little bit more forgiveness as the MP20 MMC's Mizuno's, but that more sleeker look. So this is why I've gone here with the idea I'm going to have more forgiveness at the MCs, but not lose any distance, and also have that sort of nicer, sleeker look. And a big selling point of these is people aren't looking at them. So I don't know if it's a looks. I mean, I personally don't think that looks that bad, but I think with the weight there, some people might be put off by it. But these are going for about £300 at the moment on eBay when it's an auction. £300, that's $375 roughly. And people just aren't picking them up. These are 2019 clubs, they're great. I saw a review comparing these to the T200s from 2021, which is the current model. And they're pretty much exactly the same, to be honest. And that's what even they said in the review. So great clubs, and a great club to look out for if you're looking for that more sort of player looks, but so more of a sleeker design, but with that forgiveness. So great club, and watch out for the review for that at the moment. They're currently in the bag being tested. Question is, will they stay in the bag? Will they offer me enough forgiveness that I can take the JPXs out because you can get that more sleeker looking iron, which I do prefer to play with. Now, moving up, so this will go up to 5 iron. So I'll have all the way from gap wedge all the way up to 5 iron. Now, top of the bag. So for this video, I'm actually changing my top of the bag a bit, which I've actually played like this before. So the next club down is this, the PXG 0211 Hybrid. Now, I've tested this. This is currently actually in my bag. I've just done a video for it. It's knocked out my TaylorMade Hybrid at the moment. So it is in there. And the reason this was actually go from my 5 to this is, you know, that's actually quite a big jump, but it's just adjustability. So I can adjust this up to say 20 degrees, and that's why I'd be in the bag as my next club, because the gap is a little bit smaller. So that's in the bag. Do check out the review for this. It's on the channel. I think it's a great club, and yeah, it might be staying in my bag, to be fair. So next, what's in the bag on the, you know, main clubs that I play with week in, week out. This might be in there. So there you go. Now, next up again, we have this, which I've been testing. And I've wanted to get my hands on one of these for ages. The head cover gives it away what the brand is, but not actually what the club is, because it's actually not the right head cover for it. But it is S200 3-wood TS, so Tour spec. And basically, I've wanted to get this in the bag for ages. I've seen it, you know, it was adjustable. The reviews from it are great. And in this case, at the moment, I do have it in the bag. I'm testing it at 16 degrees. And this sort of bag setup, again, because I can put it up to 17 degrees, it works really well because the gapping is quite nice with the hybrid there at, say, 20. And then this can be 17. So be more sort of a 4/5 wood to be in the bag. So again, I love the versatility of this because you can adjust it. So at the moment, this is in the bag, and the prices of this, to be fair, like you can be finding these online for, I think, £70, £60. So try and work that out in my head. So around what, $80, $90 sort of thing, because people don't think of them. And the reviews of this club is fantastic. It's such a good club, and you have that adjustability. And people aren't thinking Mizuno's. I'm a massive advocate for Mizuno woods. I mean, I think they've always done really good. You know, you've got wine technology there, that they have, you know, the carbon on the top, on the crown there. It's just really good, solid clubs. And this year especially, they're even better. So always, you know, if you're looking for really good performing, more sort of forgiving rather than distance, you know, fairway wood or wood, do have a look at Mizuno's, because you can pick up some absolute deals. And I've played a few drivers of theirs in my lifetime, and tested a few as well for this channel. So do look out for Mizuno woods. And yeah, very happy with this, to be fair. Will not be taking this. Well, it's in the bag being tested at the moment, currently in there. I have actually in my bag on a day that I go out is the Tour Edge X. So yeah, so great club there, and it might be knocking out the bag. So we shall wait and see. I'll do a what's in the bag, I think, at the end of the summer, to show you guys how that's changed. There's another potential club there. Now, the reason I've done this, so the reason I've put in the irons from gap wedge to 5, and then up to the loft of the hybrid, 3 hybrid, to sort of make it a 4 hybrid, up the loft of the 3 wood to make it a 4/5 wood, is to put space in this in the bag. Now, we've all seen recently that TaylorMade has released a new mini driver. You know, the idea is the aero burner, bringing it back old school. So I thought I'd put this in the bag. My mini driver that I've got, the aero burner. So 14 degrees. I think the new one's actually burner, isn't it? Burner, not aero burner. The new one's the burner. But I've got this, the aero burner mini driver, sorry. 14 degrees, stiff shaft. Actually, not the original shaft, because the original one broke, but still an absolute rocket ship. And the thing about this club is, the reason I've still got the 5 wood in there is because, let's be honest, even though it's 14 degrees, which, you know, some 5 woods are, you know, 14.5 degrees, it's not far off that. But because of the bigger head and a rounded sole, it's quite difficult to hit this off the deck. It's not impossible. A lot of people do, but it's quite difficult, especially with a longer shaft. So that's why the 3 wood to stay in there, but adds a higher lofted 5 wood with the idea I can hit that off the deck. But Then for any sort of shorter fairways or tighter fairways where I just want to make sure I can basically hit the fairway, I use this because it is a fairway finder and it can go good distance. So when I play Hersham, which is a local course near me, there's about 3 holes where drivers probably not only just too long, but also it's very narrow, so you need to be more accurate. And with this club, you get that. You get the accuracy and you get decent distance though. So you're not losing too much off the tee, but it's not going to go too long that you're getting yourself into trouble. So the Aero Burner is a great club. You know, I love the look of it as well, that white on the top, and it's a great option if you are struggling to hit your driver off the tee, you know, and maybe you hit your fairway wood all the time. Maybe have a look at this option because it's a bigger head and it can therefore it's going to go further, especially with the longer shaft as well. So if you're struggling, like I said, if you're struggling with that driver, have a look for the mini drivers. And you know, these are now going sort of £50 or $75. You know, they're quite, you know, 2014, 15, I believe. So, and you have like different models. You have the SLDR as well, all very similar to each other. But, you know, do have a look at the TaylorMade because, you know, you can get off the tee. The prices are dropping down now because there's a few more models now out there. You know, the old original stuff is dropping down. Another good option actually is the Big Bertha Mini. Which is also like sort of their driver. There's 1.5, I think they call it. It was their sort of mini driver as well. So have a look out for that because it is a great option off the tee. And when the driver's not working or you don't maybe necessarily need as much distance, it's a really handy club to have in the bag. So there you go. Now, final club that I'm testing for you guys that's in the top of this alternative bag here, which to be honest, I might go out and play with later today because it's a lovely day. And it's basically this bag is awesome still, you know. Makes you think sometimes that maybe I should be playing with this rather than the clubs in my bag. But anyway, so here it is. I've managed to pick up for you guys the TaylorMade Stealth. There you go. So the normal version with the carbon face. They're actually regular flex. So normally I rather have a stiff, not regular. But what I find with it is Ventus is still a little bit more stiffer really than the sort of normal regular, so it's not actually performing that bad. 10 degrees, which I've lofted down to 10, and at the moment it is a fairway finder. Took it out last week actually, and I am going out today, like I said, and it will probably come out as well today. Maybe all these clubs will, to be honest, but it is a fairway finder. I've literally missed one fairway when I took it out last week, and that was completely and utterly down to me and the tee box not facing the right way, and me being a muppet, not actually looking at where I was aiming until I look up and see the ball flying onto the other fairway because that's exactly where I'm looking. So there you go. But you know, this club's great. More review coming up for it soon. Don't you worry. This will actually be the next one to come out. So remember to subscribe to the channel to watch this review next week because the price of it is dropping. So I managed to get this finally for under £200, so under $275. Finally managed to do it because it's been constantly over like 250, etc. Which for me, I don't think it's necessarily worth it. But if you're getting it down that 200, under that £200 bracket, under that $275, suddenly this is putting it in the ballpark of a lot of the clubs from last year that are very good, like the Cobra LTDX, and putting it in that same sort of bracket, and therefore you're really having far more options if you know, on a budget, looking in the second-hand market to get it. And you know, I've been very impressed with it so far. We'll talk. Obviously, we're doing a bit more testing about the distances, etc. So we'll talk about more about that in the future. But when we review it next week, but it is a gorgeous looking club, and I'm gonna say it right now. So for ACS Golf, you know, the scale I do after every review, you know, and I do one of them is looks. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm giving this 5 out of 5 already. I mean, I just love it. I love the mat. I love the stealth there. I love the red. 5 out of 5. This is the best looking club I've ever had in the bag. So there you go. There is my alternative bag out of clubs that I'm currently testing for you guys. So just for a run through, apart from the wedges, because I actually not got any wedges to, well I do. I have an old Nike wedge for the Nike Nike bag that I'm doing for you guys. You're going to take out on the course. So that will come, but it's only one. I'll just stick one Nike wedge in here. So there you go. And so just to run through you guys exactly what's in this bag, which I think, you know, is a great option. I think there's some really good stuff in here, and I think it's really good price for some of them as well. Obviously, the Odyssey red dot with that white insert, you can't go wrong with that. And then we got obviously the TaylorMade MR2s. There you go, MG2. Sorry, MG2s. There you go. Finally remember the name of them, from 60, 56. And then from Gap Wedge with the Titleist T200s all the way up to the 5-iron, which for an absolute great price of £300, so $375. Do look out for these clubs, guys, because they are, you know, when I do the review of them, they are great, believe me. And then the PXG cranked up to a 4 hybrid, well, roughly 4 hybrid, 20 degrees. The 5 wood, well, 3 wood, which is made now, a 4-5 wood. The mini driver, which is the TaylorMade mini driver, so the Mizuno ST200, sorry, TS model, and then the PXG 0211. There you go, and then the TaylorMade Stealth in the top of the bag. Believe me, absolute solid bag here, which, I mean, the bag that I've currently got at the moment, you know, I've got the Cobra in the top. Do watch the video out, which I do have online. At the moment, I've got the Bertinati putter. Putter. I've got the TaylorMade wedges in there. And then I've got the JPX 921 Hot Metals up to 5. 4-iron is a pin crossover G410. And then I have the TaylorMade Sim Max Hybrid, great club. And then obviously my 3 wood is the glorious Tour Edge X. And then in the top is my Cobra LTDX. But believe me, none of those clubs from this bag are safe, because all of these clubs are fantastic clubs. So there you go, guys. There's my alternative bag for you this week. So a little bit of a different video for you guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel, because obviously all these reviews from these clubs are going to be coming out in the next sort of couple of weeks. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. Give me a like, you know, like the video if you enjoy it. And also down in the comments, you know, please do tell me, if you got your bag, what would be your alternative bag? What do you think you'd actually like to give a go, you know, like to put in there? Would you, you know, want to change your driver out the next time you went out? Would you want to change your iron? So in the comments below, do tell me what your alternative bag would be if you could pick anything you wanted. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying the weather now. Well, at the time, this is nice and sunny, and the golf season is definitely upon us over here in the UK, and I'm assuming in America as well, and well, anywhere in the Northern Hemisphere, guys. So let's get out there and let's really enjoy it this year. There you go. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.